on YouTube. This is the very latest news from Fabulous 103 and the Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. It would be great if you liked and subscribed to us.
Reminding many of the treatment offered to former Prime Minister Thaksin, the 71-year-old chairman of a massive construction conglomerate has been arrested and jailed and then moved to a prison clinic and away from the general prison population. Along with others, he's been detained regarding the alleged flawed construction of a government building which collapsed during an earthquake in the capital, but, citing numerous elements, has been moved to the Central Correction Hospital within the Kong Prem Central Prison Complex for medical monitoring. That, however, is not a private facility, as was the accommodation afforded to Kun Thaksin. Many are now offering vocal support for the expat father of an errant 18-year-old who flew from Thailand, loaded down with drugs, only to be arrested in Georgia as the plane landed. The offshore working father is said to be a thoroughly decent man. Unlike his daughter, he's not a UK resident, but had flown first to Thailand and then to Georgia to offer parental support to the woman who was likely easily persuaded to carry marijuana and other goods in her baggage. This, as details of a second case have just been released to the press of an air stewardess flying out of Bangkok on the same day, and also weighs down, this time with synthetic drugs, said to have a street value of 40 million baht. In her case, she was stopped and searched as she changed flights in Sri Lanka. Here, marijuana is for the most part now legal, but that hasn't and won't stop many from passing on tips to authorities in other countries where penalty for drug possession is harsh. A police captain is being feted by Thai media, having worked for the best part of 8 months undercover at a Nakhon Pathom temple, where, acting as a temple boy, he was able to secure evidence of a former abbot's embezzlement of some 300 million baht. Sweeping, cleaning and generally serving the temple, the captain went undetected by all until raids took place last week. And in Kanchanaburi, a local gang will be wishing they'd planned their attack on a DJ with more foresight. Discovered beyond recovery at a remote location, police quickly traced the vehicle used. That vehicle, though, had been spruced up and cleaned to the nth degree, which would normally hamper the investigations. But there's always a but. There on the screen, a dashcam, all loaded with footage of the journey. 2 have been arrested and another is being sought. Meanwhile, at home and in Pattaya, it's been a tough weekend for authorities as reports from police indicate that a British man, Andrew Cook, was thrown from a vehicle in a Pattaya car park and suffered several knife wounds, all inflicted by others in the vehicle itself. The 36-year-old is now assumed to have had an altercation with the group, but also to have known them extremely well, leaving authorities to demand a further investigation into their dealings. With a UK prison history for violence, Cook is said to be in intensive care as of the weekend. A collapse in the main Sukumvit highway near Nlua is being blamed on flood damage and erosion of subsoils. This is at least one person was injured when he rode his bike into the unmarked hole. While contractors consistently use sand to backfill and the road toppings, the issue is actually widespread and has over the past year caused concern amongst locals. And in Bangramum, locals are less than impressed by an expat who, if reported in Thai media, allowed his 2 pit bull dogs to attack a locally owned dog, seeing it lose its life. Amid claims that the man stood by and watched the attack without intervention, local Thais are demanding police action, as they claim the man has been abusive to them in the past, and he is expected to be investigated by Nong Dru police, who we're told have CCTV evidence to support the claims. Claiming to be just a housemaid, a 54-year-old local woman was arrested in Racha, accused of assisting in tax evasion to the tune of 430 million baht by several companies of which she was a shareholder or an officer. Her claim, which may well be the truth, is that she didn't know she was an officer. She thought she was just a maid to the company's owners and had been asked to sign several documents in the past, none of which she understood. No word on the nationality of her erstwhile bosses or their current location. And with the rains predicted to remain constant and heavy all through this month and at least to the middle of June, the Met Office promises highs today of 32, dropping down to 28, thunderstorms at any time, especially in the morning, and otherwise a cloudy day with the real feel of 38.
Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.